Hi everyone, and welcome to the website God Electric. In this short video, I aim to show you the electric cosmos using ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. To understand this, you'll need to forget the old phonetic hieroglyph translation and use the new pictographic translation, which is obtainable on the website. We will begin by explaining the hieroglyphs for positive and negative charge. The hieroglyph on the right was traditionally seen as a loaf of bread. However, at God Electric, we have deciphered this hieroglyph to mean negative charge or cathode. Being the negative charge hieroglyph, it can have a similar meaning to the electron or an anion. An anion is an ion with more electrons than protons, giving it a net negative charge. In Greek, the word anion means up, and you'll notice that this is the upward side of a semicircle. On the left side, you will see the hieroglyph that traditionally meant God, but was often drawn as a basket. Using the God Electric website, this has been deciphered to mean positive charge or anode. It is the opposite side of the circle to the negative charge hieroglyph and used to describe the ionosphere or the stars in an electric universe as the positive electrode. It can have a similar meaning to the word cation and comes from the Greek word down. Being the downward side of the circle, it is an ion with fewer electrons than protons, giving it a net positive charge. Here you'll see Nut or Nut as she is commonly known. She is pictured as the backbone supporting the stars, forming the circuitry of the cosmos. Nut is female, often shown with her breasts exposed to symbolize that she nourishes both planets and stars with God's electricity. Egyptologists, however, understood her to mean only the sky, but at God Electric we have deciphered the hieroglyphs as pictograms, revealing that she is actually the plasma link supporting the flow of negative charge to a charge store. In other words, she is the flow of negative charge in space. Being the backbone of the stars, she is the neural pathway of the cosmos. In an electric galaxy, stars are positive charged anodes. Current flows inwardly to the center of a galaxy along its spiral arms, and this is shown by Nut's arched body. To understand the next slide about Nut, you'll need to know the truth about the ostrich feather, which is actually deciphered by God Electric to mean a collector. If you go to the British Museum, on the first floor you'll see the following artifact that the museum calls a fan. At God Electric, we believe this is actually an ancient Egyptian feather duster, and we believe this specifically because the ostrich feather is used in its construction. Ostrich feathers are used in dusters because of their intrinsic ability to hold electrostatic charge. This allows the feather duster to lift dust from the surface of objects because opposite charges attract. The ostrich feather, therefore, always has the meaning of a collector. Nut is shown kneeling down with her wings spread out across her coffin alongside Butterfly Nebula M2-9. Nut is holding the ostrich feather in each hand to show that the wings of a nebula act as a collector. On her head she supports a star with the hieroglyph showing how negative charge is collected via a plasma link to a charge store. Nut explains that stars are connected. They collect negative charge from the electric universe. The Sun's plasma environment is shaped by powerful electromagnetic forces within the spiral arm of the Milky Way. The Sun's plasma wing aligns with the galactic arm's magnetic field, carrying current along Nut, and as a collector of electrical energy from the galactic arm, it powers our Sun. Akka shows the dynamics of the Hans-Alfvén solar circuit drawn on a perpendicular plane. The lotus flowers shown either side of the line signify light, as the glow discharge and double layer of a nebula's plasma wing. In deciphering the hieroglyphs, it became apparent that characteristics of the plants and animals are analogous to the universe. It is the roar of a lion which is one of the loudest noises any animal on Earth can make, up to 114 decibels and comparable to a jet engine. The reason a lion can magnify sound so greatly is their vocal cords are shaped as a square rather than a triangle. Therefore, the lion is a symbol of magnification. This characteristic of the lion is used in the Akhet to explain the dynamics of the Sun resting in a dipole magnetic field, and how the Sun's electric field collects charge from the galactic circuit. In Nefertari's tomb, the females show the circuitry supplying the negative charge or electrons to the anode store or Sun. Mart is shown on the left supporting the ostrich feather on her head as the collector of negative charge from the wider cosmos. Her wings are fanned inwardly, focusing current towards the Shenring. The Shenring is labelled by the hieroglyphs as scavenging negative charge, projecting negative charge to the double layer. In an electric universe, double layers are theorized to exist either side of the Sun in each plasma wing. In the center, there is a resonance platform. You will see Hathor and Saket seated on the platform, each holding a scepter. The scepter defines a receptor of power, showing that they receive power from Mart via the double layer or Shenring on the left. Nefertari on the right is shown placing two pots or charge stores onto their anode positions, defining an anode star. Hathor supports the Sun on her head with two horns that represent the heliospheric plasma sheath. The circuitry of the cosmos is always presented as female, as they provide the nourishment, which is the negative charge or electrons, to the positive charge anodic stars. We will now look in further detail at Hathor. Hathor is the heliosphere, explained by her hieroglyphs as Horus, or the electric field inside an enclosure. The heliosphere exists at the center of the hourglass shape in the nebula. It is the weak electric field that surrounds the anodic star. At the edge of the heliospheric boundary, far beyond the outermost planets, there is a heliospheric plasma sheath. This acts like an enclosure protecting the planets and is symbolized by the horns on Hathor's headdress. Amentet and Horus exist inside the heliosphere, and because of this are often considered to be closely related to Hathor. Being female, Amentet describes the electric circuit present within the heliosphere. Amentet supports the electrostatic negative charge hieroglyph on her head. This describes the steady drift of negative charge or electrons that become a focused electric current sufficient to power the Sun. She is shown holding Horus, showing that this is a negative charge is being passed to the strong coronal electric field of the Sun. Horus also holds the scepter, showing that he is a receptor of this power or negative charge supplied by Amentet. Ra shows the snake or cobra encircling the Sun as the corona. I will now explain the significance of the snake when describing the different functions of the Sun's corona. Today, most astronomers believe that the Sun is a self-consuming thermonuclear furnace or hydrogen bomb, with the Sun requiring no contribution from the space surrounding it. The hieroglyphs show that this is a false assumption, because the Sun is in fact electric in nature and joined to the galaxy. There are different snake hieroglyphs to define different aspects of the corona. When the snake is shown with the dilated hood, it represents the snake's ability to eject venom, describing an ejection from a star known as a coronal mass ejection or CME. The snake also defines absorption at the corona when shown resting or spread out. This is because the snake is an ectotherm animal. It absorbs energy and regulates its body temperature according to its surroundings. The snake shows us that the corona is driven externally, not by isolated internal thermonuclear reaction. The sunspot confirms this. The dark interior of the Sun shows us that there is no white-hot fusion core, and the reverse temperature gradient of the Sun, the fact that the exterior of the Sun is hottest, tells us that the energy to heat the Sun must come externally from the galaxy. Tying everything together is this papyrus known as the Ra Horokti papyrus. Horus, the peregrine falcon, is shown supporting the Sun with the cobra wrapped as the corona. Horus is standing on the hieroglyphs for negative charge with the ostrich feather attached, meaning a collector. This shows us that the Sun is supported by the collection of electrons or negative charge. The peregrine falcon is significant because it is the fastest animal on Earth during a maneuver called the stoop. The falcon dives towards Earth, reaching speeds in excess of 240 miles an hour. It is theorized that a falcon achieves a positive charge aerodynamic buffer, allowing it to obtain such high velocity. During the stoop, it is theorized that the peregrine falcon achieves the highest electric potential of all the birds, and so is perfect for describing the high electric potential of an anodic star. At the bottom of the papyrus, you will notice the two flames directed inwardly towards the negative charge hieroglyph. This is because the negative electrode attracts positive ions in the partially ionized plasma of a candle flame, causing the flame to respond more strongly to the electric force than to the thermal convective forces in a gravity field. This provides experimental evidence to what we have covered, proving hieroglyphs for both positive and negative charge. You'll notice everyone on the papyrus is holding their arms up to the negative charge hieroglyph, showing the direction of the electric force that supports the sun. Above the two flames at the bottom is Nephthys to the left, which describes the capacitor action of the sun, which allows it to store charge, seen by the pot hieroglyph adjacent to her. Also to the right is Isis, known as the structured plasma or power line of the cosmos. She is shown as lighting the flame that propagates the sun. Nephthys shows the capacitor action of celestial bodies in the universe. When Nephthys represents the Earth, her two conductors are separated by an insulating medium, air, with the inner negative electrode as the Earth and the outer positive electrode as the ionosphere. A capacitor is important for its ability to rapidly store and release electrical energy. As the charge on the capacitor increases, the electric field between the conductors will increase, placing a growing stress on the insulator. At some critical point, the insulating medium breaks down and the capacitor short circuits, releasing the stored electrical energy suddenly as lightning. Because the insulation medium is air, fresh insulating material rushes in and the capacitor self-repairs. Anubis is sensitive to the electric field. In 2011, extensive genetic studies confirmed that the Egyptian jackal is in fact a subspecies of the grey wolf. Wolves possess extraordinary large home range and extraordinary homing capabilities, which suggest superior orientation ability due to being able to sense the electric field. Anubis is shown existing between the two electrodes of an electric field, such as the electric field created by Nephthys when explaining either the Earth or the Sun's electric field. His hieroglyphs describe him as the electric field resonant wave collector, explaining both how stars function using resonance and how life can be electrically decoded by God using resonance of the different organs in the body. Anubis is the only one who would carry out the embalming process, showing that the resonance of the electric field of different organs is important when decoding life. Resonance is when the nucleus, ions, organs, cells, protons, electrons, etc. are absorbing energy. Anubis shows how the electric impulses of your organs travel through the cosmos, revealing an electric circuit that links your life to another realm, be it heaven or the afterlife. We have gone into further detail explaining how the electric circuit of the soul exists on the God Electric website. In the final slide, we will show you how Anubis describes the function of the sun in the papyrus, Book of the Sun's Electric Field. The ibis is a tactile hunter. It uses a combination of receptors in its bill to sense its prey. God Electric theorizes that as well as mechanoreceptors, the ibis uses electroreceptors in its bill like the platypus, and Thoth therefore defines electric potential or voltage. Ampullary electroreceptors allow response to low-frequency electric signals that are generated by animal nerves and hearts. Known as the tongue and heart of Ra, Thoth indicates the electric potential across a star and is explained in Book of the Sun's Electric Field, which we will now summarize. The papyrus was traditionally known as Book of Coming Forth by Day, or the Book of the Dead. Using the God Electric website, we can reveal to you its true name using the hieroglyphs at the bottom of the slide. Read from right to left, the hieroglyphs read, Book of the Sun's Electric Field, projecting inwardly, hunting moving negative charge, or electrons, projecting them to the home charge store to project energy. The papyrus therefore describes what we understand as the action of electrons forming a focused electric current sufficient to power the sun. What was previously described as a jury at the top is actually explained by the hieroglyphs as the flow of negative charge to the anode sun. This is shown by the direction of seating and scepter as a receptor of power. The scene below is most commonly known as weighing of the heart. The heart is not a heart, but actually a type of red pot used for storing milk. The pot is filled with milk by Isis and Nephthys, positioned to the left of the scales. The milk symbolizes the nourishment of the cosmos as it defines the negative charge delivered to stars. The scales describe the sun's electric potential or voltage as charge is delivered to the sun. Amit sits to the right of the scales with his crocodile jaw. This jaw explains the Z pinch as the underlying principle of the electric universe. The scales are monitored by Thoth. Thoth is an ibis bird that has the ability to detect small electric potential differences with its bill when probing the saturated ground in search for food. Thoth therefore defines the scales as a measure of the electric potential or voltage to a star. The feather on the right side of the scale is the collector and defines the collection of negative charge towards the sun. The hieroglyphs call the feather the electric field that propagates the sun and is shown held in position by Anubis. Anubis is the mean resonant frequency of the sun's electric field and therefore represents the frequency that the negative charge is absorbed by the sun. Meshkinet is positioned to the left of the scales. She describes the glow discharge or lightning that occurs when the milk inside the pot overcomes the weight of the collector or feather with its lever arm. At this point, the scales tip to the left and are supported by Meshkinet, and Amit is fed the milk in the pot, thus defining a sun's Z pinch. If you want to understand any of what we have covered in further detail, then please visit the God Electric website. Thank you for listening.
ghetto reacts to warfare. It's rare bullets miss you by your hair. Survival of the fittest. Hell for the 3-time losers. The prisoners of enemy maneuvers. Hold down the fort, cause life is short enough to get it taken. Forsaken where your mental plane's breaking. Concealing a 4-pound with every area we surround. Cause clown, I get down for my crown. Take you to the streets for the honor and respect. Connect the lethal. Plus my young guns are unbeatable. Aiding and abetting the foul is a violation. That's why my retaliation is premeditation. The invitation is to run with a crew you can't do. And too great to infiltrate from a nickel plate. I state this be the illest ever known on a rush. Swerving with the crush. Into the world of shiesty individuals, a troubled man stalked by criminals, creeping through the city. I stop on the block to chat with thugs, pump all the drugs for Fat Cat. Stepping off the set now, hand on my tool, thinking how bad I wanna flip on that fool. Times are wasting, chasing these punks for petty loot, when there's a real mission to execute. I put the plan in effect, forget what you heard when you get the word from first and third. For real, I got the famine on my soldiers to feed, with the yardie gunslingers on stash puffing weed. Envision the prison that I walk through, leaving any witness when I'm about to handle my business. No escape from the duct tape and artillery. Now tell me, big man, where's the money? Ain't a damn thing funny. When you don't stop, keep it on to the early morn. Get that loot as we execute. DJ Crush, CL Smooth on a move to make cash. Keeping it live, 'cause only the strong survive. Like this show, and you don't stop. CL Smooth, hit me off, kid. Cops play for medals, killers play for corners. In the middle are your sons and all your daughters. Who gives the orders to chaos and mayhem? Who has the proper guidance in mind to save them from this cold world of heartless ghetto dwellers? Pimps to prostitutes and dope sellers. Fellas, strive to be the lead, not follow. Ladies, you can be the queens of tomorrow. Dig it, I want all that and more for my peeps in the struggle to shelter. Food, clothing, and shelter is essential to maintain the hardcore from the soft that push me to the edge, but I can't fall off. My battlegrounds keep the sounds of babies crying, gunshots and cursing. Can you feel my reel? Here's the deal. By any means necessary, go all out and keep this live, 'cause only the strong survive. True that, don't you know that? Only the strong survive. True that, don't you know that? Only the strong survive. DJ Crush on your zigga zigga, can't get no bigger. Strong survive. There's no remorse. I've had it with these industry whores. Niggas keep on sucking dick, talk about opening doors. Now what the fuck is yours? It's time to explore and venture and find out who's the one in real danger. It's anger running through the blood red veins in my eyes. No surprise, I inflict your pain. It's my domain. It's simple and plain like raising Cain. Shit's complex like the structures in my brain. It's live, no disguise, get wild. Realize you're grabbing mics equals microphone dies. Say yo, I'm falling. We burst down, way up to the sky. No Mr. Nice Guy, here come Mr. High. Here's why. We just some dot workers making mad figures. Ride mics drinking liquors instead of pulling triggers. Niggas getting suspicious, try to catch the fish. Got missing DCS backing me up on this mission. Listen, in addition, there ain't no use chasing the doc sensation, breaking hearts and reputation. It's not amazing that we rock
rock barrier spot. Hey yo, give up your cellular because I'm calling the shot. I want the cash, cause I be on that low money tip. I want that 850 Beamer and all that other shit. Word, either way I'm gonna get my own crib. Bustin' rhymes or doing crime, illegal or legit, I don't care, kid. Cause I be lounging on my veranda, thick like Jane Fonda, doing wheelies on a Honda, puffin' the ganja and close my eyes. Recognize. They don't want us, they can never run upon us. The doc stuff gunners, we get stopped with on us. We leave traces on every man in different places. The screw faces, we stack with on us. They don't want us, they could never run upon us. The doc stuff gunners, we get stopped with on us. We leave traces on every man in different places. The screw faces, they don't want us.
This be the documents I wrote when I begin. I know you out of oxygen. I won't allow somebody coming down to touch my skin. It's suffering, mismurdering. You heard of him? Saint on my shoulder, bedded soldier. I told ya, postman's roots and culture. Come down on dead MCs like a vulture. It's natural, facts are actual, exceptional. Militant, shit stolen from the two of us.
This shit ain't new to us.
They're not equivalent.
Why you bustin'? Them lyrical accidents. Don't even front, I got your demo tape as evidence. Don't try competing with the rider damn residents. The man total confidence in your arguments. Feel the adrenaline, watching your anatomy. I know you're stressing, kid, cause you know you can't follow me. But still, I see some niggas acting like they crazy. Hit the rider damn stage and they become MIA. It's waves, lost in space, mentally back. Untouched like Robert Stack or the Virgin on my neck. Yo, D, hit the decks, I'll do the microphone checks and go all out. And show these niggas what we all about. No doubt, fuckers now, this ain't no garden of Eden. You left bleeding if you grab the mic and start competing.
The docs, nigga,
giving you exactly what you need. African, European, believing the system didn't work from the get-go. Babylon got me trapped cause my mind is the ghetto. So why you try to do it? I thought you learned your lesson. Stop guessing if you got the heart, start guessing. My style's different, I got you bitching like Miss Piggy, begging me for one more chance like I was Biggie. My man's with me, we running things, punishing. One time for your mind, a million times wondering. They don't want us, they can never run upon us. The doc stuff gunners, we get stopped with on us. We leave traces on every man in different places. The screw faces, we stack with on us. They don't want us, they can never run upon us. The doc stuff gunners, we get stopped with on us. We leave traces on every man in different places. The screw faces, they don't want us.
They don't want us.
I know you don't want us. We be the doc stun gunners.
Don't run up on us.
Word up. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Like it was only yesterday, stargates, wondering, will I be front page? Will I live to see my grandkids or die at young age? Will I be hot like the sun and find a spot in the shade? I kept the faith, I knew there would be days like this. I'd never doubt my own abilities. Brother, you wish, storm this biz, the rhyme and the beat would never clash. Cause music was my first love and it'll be my last. Even as a kid, when I couldn't even write, I would make up some songs and use my thumb for a mic. Pretend I was a crowd, I was the star of the show. But moms came in my room, so it was time for me to go. I had a rough time growing up with my moms. I don't care for my pop, cause we never had a bond. He's far gone, I'm stronger because of you. Stronger than you, I pay dues. I win, you lose, I wonder why.
My life's never the story you made. My life don't give you more than you get.
You know you can't deny.
You can't deny you have to carry on. Feel so strong. I keep holding on.
Y'all remember me when my name still wasn't free, when we all had to get down in the place to be, when we had this little crew called DSP. Before you went to see the doctor with Kumo D, it was all new to me. Behind mic standing, devastate dancing, basketball sneakers with tight pants in. No doubt, we was moving the crowd, had enough styles. The minute we hit the spotlights, we turned the party out. It wasn't all good back then. We did a little something, a little hustling, a little snow cutting, cops fronting. But rap took me out of there. I look around and see none of my peers. Wow. You wonder why? How fast the sounds went by. 91 looking up with Missy or a while. Since then we fly high, you're looking up in the sky. See us passing by, we mark the start of an era. It's all clearer, you in the mirror, stop fronting and use your head. It's the community spreading lead, putting heads to bed. While you be on the road of madness, we taking trips through Miami instead. I'll be gunslinging until the sign starts singing. One of the horsemen, I rock the 100-gram pinning. And rock that fly linen, what you thinking? Your eyes blinking, I wonder why. You wonder why. You know you can't deny.